Okay, then we're gonna go right into some Ben Patrick ROKP, right? Reversing on a knee pain. But as we spoke about, it's not just about knee pain, right? This is a restoration for the whole entire body, because what's going to start to happen is you're putting your toes in this way that strengthens and develops optimal strength and flexibility. Because think about it, most of the time you're walking forwards and you're developing neural circuitry through that constant motion of walking forward. So anytime you start walking backwards, you're actually you're doing contrast training, because you're helping balancing out, right? You're building strength, mobility, and flexibility working in the opposite direction. So this is just going to help prevent injuries, strengthen your knees, right? Strengthen your ankles and your toes and your hips, and it's also going to relieve some tension in the back, is what we're really aiming for as well. And you're going to start to feel a burn. You're doing it right if you start to feel a burn in that front quad area. So we're going to go for as long as we feel that burn, and then we're going to push it, right? Feel that burn, and then work right into that burn and push it for as long as we can go. Nice and easy. I like to get my hands up into a power pose and then start to really allow the spine to kind of move freely. You look kind of goofy, but that's okay. I do a lot of goofy things, so I don't mind. And I love these banded ROKP, because a lot of times you don't have access to a sled, but bands are super strong and they're super portable. I have a green and I have a purple cinched on this door, right? And it takes you a fraction of the time that it would take to set up and then bust down a sled in your traditional gym, right? You want to be mindful of other people. You also want to get in a good workout, and for those reasons, I just find that the bands will allow you to do ROKP in a more efficient and a more effective way. But right, I'm just having fun putting it together, right? We don't know what we're doing, but we're gonna have some fun doing it. How about that? Right, what I'm thinking about in a 1 hour time window of strength training is, in general, these days, I'm thinking 3 minutes breath training. Then it's reversing out of knee pain, right? ROKP, which is really working high repetitions, working tendons and ligaments, right? That's what we're trying to do, get a lot of repetitions and really strengthen, right? Because building muscle is relatively easy, but joints, tendon, ligaments, my understanding is that's a little bit harder. So I'm thinking about, if you don't have a sled or you don't have bands, you could do some Poliquin, right? The Poliquin step up, the reverse step up, or the Poliquin pulse. You could do some Dick Hartzell band work. You can do you could use a Bob Calf Master. You could use your own body weight. You could use a hill. You can use, I guess you could use a cable machine. You could use a treadmill, walking backwards. So you got a lot of options, right? And this is far from the perfect soccer training routine, but you got to start to put together the things, right? You should have a framework for training. So, right, let's get back to it. It's breathing, then it's ROKP, and then I'm thinking about spinal decompression, then ab work, spinal decompression, abs, balance, and then the whole thing in reverse. So, and then also alternating underhand sneak with, yeah, that's about it, right? In an hour, breathing, ROKP, balance, spinal decompression, core strength, and then if you have some juice left over in the tank, 20 to 40 jumps a week if you're a beginner. But for me right now, I got some tension in the back, so we're trying to do this juggling act of balancing rehab, prehab, and not using it as an excuse to just be sedentary, right? We're trying to help strengthen the areas around and create some good blood flow, and hopefully, some of this ROKP, some Kedor Zayani, 7 postures, and some Ito portal locomotion can help release this tension and restore my back to 100%. I don't want to rip this freaking handle off the door, but I also want to get some tension on my back, so we'll see which one gets first. Thinking if that handle snaps, there's maybe a 1 to 2% chance I snap this handle off the door and metal comes flying at me. Metal and glass comes flying at me at 100 plus miles an hour. That'd be a bad time.